Mark, I see your heart out. 90-degree angle.
The one thing I found with the simulators is it can't mimic the forces which are involved.
The forces aren't quite true to action because when you're going round the corner, you're being pressed down into the bike. Where at the moment I'm literally falling off the bike.
It gave you the feeling of leaning over. It was moving around side to side, which was fine, and you got an element of the bike going forward and the bike accelerating. But the actual force wasn't there. When you lean over on a bike and you're on the track, the force isn't just going down to the floor, it's going down through the bike. So as the bike kind of goes over, the force isn't just down, it's kind of down through at an angle. So you're being pushed into the seat. Where the simulators, when you're sitting on them, the force really is just going straight to the floor, not through the seat. So often when you lean over on them, you're kind of almost sliding off them, where that realistically wouldn't happen. So a huge amount of the feeling generated is totally false. Now I've sat on a few simulators over the years, bike and car, and clearly they've come on in leaps and bounds with virtual reality, visualization of screens and so on. I was looking at one virtual reality lap of Snetterton, and it was absolutely amazing how real it was and how what you physically saw was so accurate. Even marks on the track and buildings, lines, grass, clouds, for instance. It was extremely accurate. It's quite difficult to get, as it were, the feel aspect of it.
I don't know how you change direction quickly on this.
I think that it's much stronger, the feeling generation through all parts of your body that you touch the bike, from the inside of your leg to your bum, your forearms, or if you lay on the tank with your arms and that sort of thing. But it's the feel aspect which can make a huge difference. However, I think ultimately the algorithm, which is sort of controlling whether you make the corner or not, is a preset, and it's up to the programmer at the end of the day to give you a 1 or 10 as to whether you make the corner or not. Well, of course, in the real life, a lot of it is down to you, and the algorithm in the real world is not relevant when you get a false neutral. The whole idea of the simulation is to try and get the feeling across, and I think it really is always going to struggle with that on that side of it. I don't want to say they're just games, because I think they've moved on an awful lot from just being games now, because they are that good at sort of giving people that visualization of being on the track.
Long line left down there. Short straight. Down the brake. Left.
I know it might sound like I'm a grumpy old git when it comes to these sort of things, and I don't want to appear like a stick in the mud for new technology. I'm all for it. I can see it being part of your armoury, part of the things which you can utilise, like a guide, but nothing can actually beat, in my view, being out there on track in the real world.
Freezing your tits off.
Yeah.